I'm Marco Avila. I am opening a new restaurant Wednesday, October 2nd in Middleton, Mass. Mutz Pizzeria is the new name of it. Been in the pizza business for about 26 years. I know I look like a baby, but it's been 26 years of stretching dough and listening to Kitchen Karens my whole life. So it's just been a journey that I've been on. I started when I was like 15 years old, making pizza at Chuck E. Cheese. Yes, I did dress up in the suit, and yes, I did see sexual natures happening with that suit.
That is awesome.
I got some stories that you will not believe. So yeah, I started at Chuck E. Cheese, and I walked in, and like there was like these, high school, college kids, which they're all like 9 feet tall when you're a baby and you're 15, and you look up to them, and they're listening to rat, 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 and you're just like, oh, this guy's cool. He's popping in a tape deck and he's making pizza. So I'm like, oh, let me try doing this. Besides cleaning the ball pit full of mom and dad's mistakes. So anyway, we did that. I did that, made pizza, fell in love, and then, went to school like a tool bag and, got into this mom and pop stuff. And I walked in, I was like, hey, are you looking for a dishwasher? And from there on, it just kept happening. Like the owner was a typical pizza shop entrepreneur, first starting, thought he knew everything and thought that the world revolved around him. So, and he would leave the restaurant a lot. So I'd be left alone at a pizza shop as a dishwasher, and people walking in like, hey, can you make a cheese pizza? And I can't be like, no, we don't have pizza at this pizza shop.
I can clean the fork really well.
Yeah,
though.
it's fantastic. Do you have a car outside? Do you have rims? I can handle that maybe. So I had to learn how to make a pizza on the fly. So from there on, I worked for that gentleman for a few years. Ended up, going to culinary school for a couple years, and I was just like, this is awful. Like, they're teaching me how to make toast, and I'm spending $500 to $600 a semester on books that we haven't even cracked open. So why am I doing this? I have more books than the person in a nursing degree behind me. I'm like,
it's crazy.
It's like, dude, I'm making, flambe, and you're fucking, fixing arteries that are leaking. But, that's fine. That's cool. But my book is beautiful, and yours is not. Anyway, so did that, went to culinary, quit culinary. Opened my own restaurant when I was 22. I was just like, you know what? I had that attitude where if that guy can do it, there's no way I can't do it. So I opened a restaurant. I was 22 years old in Peabody, Massachusetts. Peabody for you non-Massachusetts
Peabody.
People. Yeah, Peabody. I opened that when I was 22. My wife was my girlfriend at the time. I was alone, a one-man shop. My dad was beautiful enough to give me a loan to buy it, and we opened it, and he's like, you have 2 days to open. And I'm like, hello? Hi. First day here, not doing well. I don't have a menu. I have nothing. So took over it, learned real quick that it was a drug front on the first day open. A guy came in through the back door and was like going through all the pizza boxes and like looking for his bag of Coke. And I'm like, bro, this is not this anymore.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And, he's just like, oh, like, you just picture the Incredible Hulk and ripping down garlic and stuff like that. I don't know, but just doing things like that. And I'm just like, oh no. And my wife's like, whoa, what's going on? My girlfriend at the time was like, I'm like, oh, this is the life. We get used to it. Trust me. You don't even know what we're going to see here. So we just kept going. I was a one-man show. Did it for 5 years. Fired my wife or girlfriend at the time on the second day on the job because it was just like, it wasn't working out. It wasn't working out. It can only be one boss in there. So got rid of, she left. We're still together. Made $500 the first week open. Thought I was a millionaire, living at home. Took the $500, threw it on the mattress, like rolled in it like I was like, I want to say P. Diddy, but that's probably a bad example right now. But I felt like, Soros and just, rolling around in $500 bills and then realizing that I knew nothing about business.
Yeah.
Because my inventory was horrible. My staff just kept disappearing. Register was always short. It was just awful. I knew nothing about the books, the good stuff of it. So I decided when I sold it in 5 years, and I got this cool thing called anxiety and depression while owning my own restaurant and gaining, 400 pounds, just drinking Coke, the beverage, not the bag. But
not
did
not
that.
to be confused with the stuff we're hiding in
Yes,
pizza
not
boxes.
the stuff in the box number 6 on the first row. Thanks, Charlie. Anyway, so, left that, went back into the corporate side of restaurants. So, worked for Panera Bread, worked for Applebee's, worked for, every mom and pop shop except for like McDonald's, not that kind of fast food, but Then I joined Bertucci's, which was a big name around here. They had 99 restaurants at the time. I was the first person ever hired as a manager, like on right away, not like have to come in as a shift leader and train up because of my experience with restaurants and stuff like that. So I did that, and I learned. I'll tell you anything about corporate. Like, it sucks. Don't get me wrong. Corporate sucks, but they know their numbers.
Yep.
So I learned food cost. I learned.
They know their processes.
Yeah, they know the bottom line is everything. So you learn food costs. You learn productivity. You learn how to prep lists and all that stuff that you've got to learn. And it just fine tuned who I was.